but I suspect it hasn't went up 400%, even if you've done really well. So,
okay, we'd like to have Ann up next.
Hello, taxpayers. I heard a line earlier today I liked so much I'm going to use it. Greetings to the people to the right and to the people on my other right. Today is my birthday. And for my birthday, my son is one of those many people on the mall in Washington, D.C. He's 23, and it turns out that he's even more rabid than I am. I think I've created a monster.
Good for you.
And if you come down on Wednesdays, you'll see us both down there. We went to the Courtney Town Hall meeting in Montville, which was quite well attended. It was wonderful. I even got to open the door twice for the great Mr. Courtney. I said to him, I'm not opening the door for you again. But I don't know about you, I'm unhappy the way the country has been going. And I don't want to live in a country like this. I want to live in a country that doesn't demonize doctors. My father was a physician, and he went to his grave saying, if you have to go to your grave screaming, never allow socialized medicine. Never. So apparently I come from a history of rabble-rousers, because he once left an AMA meeting in disgust about probably 40 years ago, so he truly was ahead of his time. I really got upset when I heard Obama demonize doctors. My grandfather, my father's father, was the only doctor on Staten Island around the turn of the century, and he often didn't even take payment, and I can guarantee you he didn't cut off anybody's foot to get an extra buck. And I don't want to live in a country that demonizes our military. What is up with that? And I don't want to live in a country where the government thinks they can seize corporations, private companies. Where does this come from? I don't want to live in a country that allows babies that have to survive an abortion to be denied health care. First of all, the abortion itself is a travesty. But Mr. Obama, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but repeatedly, when he was in Illinois, denied the babies that managed to fight and live the right to even the little bit of care. I don't want to live in a country that demonizes the CIA. Do you? Let me tell you something. I'm starting to feel like Forrest Gump. 40 years ago, last month, I was at Woodstock. I had a great time. And 8 years ago, yesterday, I was living in Manhattan. And you know what? I saw a few things that made an impression. If I seem a little tired, it's because I stayed up most of the night watching the things about 9/11. And I don't want to live in a country that forgets what happened that day. I don't want to live in a country where friends of mine died because they went to work. I don't want to ever see another friend who happened to have been a Manhattan buddy who was head of Port Authority at one time who lost 53 friends. Now, how do you lose 53 friends? What do you do? Do you send 53 sympathy cards? You know, what do you do? So we have to remember this. I personally think every morning before we do anything, we should see those planes flying into the trade towers and into the Pentagon to remind us of what the heck happened. And I don't want to live in a country that has a state-controlled media. I'm ashamed to say I've been part of the media. Well, kind of. Because I fought every day. Fought every day. When I did the website for the one paper, I tried to use things a little bit judiciously, and I always got caught. I want to live in a country where the media isn't covering the news. I mean, when they're making it up. They don't even report anymore. They are so part of and being in lockstep to this disgusting administration, they have lost all journalistic integrity. And the only hope we have is Glenn Beck. My DVR is starting. I refuse to erase any of his shows. I'll tell you, that guy is the only thing I think that's kept me sane. How about you all? Isn't it been wonderful? How about you? But the other breath of fresh air that's been pilloried is Sarah Palin, and I hope she perseveres. She doesn't take no you-know-what. I don't want to live in a country like that. And you know what? We're not going to, because we're going to prevail. Because we understand the power of freedom, and we understand the power of democracy, and we understand that we understand the right to bear arms. And we are not going to stop hunting, and we're not going to have our animals have a right to sue us. I used to milk cows on a farm when I was in high school, and I can tell you, the cows that stepped on my toes, I wouldn't want them suing me, because I know I heard them a couple times. Asked Mr. Courtney. It was about tort reform. I said, you know, when you're rewriting this bill, would you first of all rewrite it so we can read it and understand it? It is gobbledygook garbage that no one could understand. No one. And while you're rewriting it, Mr. Courtney, throw in a little tort reform. Of course, it's pretty hard to get because all the legislators are lawyers, all the judges are lawyers, everybody's lawyers. There's nothing wrong with being a lawyer. Abraham Lincoln was a pretty good one, but this is insane. We can't let them do this. We have to all stand up together, which is what we are doing. We have to stop Chris Dodd.
But I suspect it has one of 4%, even if you've done really well. So,
I found a new website I kind of like. It's called Get Out of Our House. They want everyone who is serving in the U.S. Congress right now to go. And I'm kind of thinking maybe they're right. There might be a couple good apples, but boy, they're awful hard to find. They're awful hard to find. So folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. And onward and upward, may the Tea Party movement live!